Majority of the force suffers from depression. 32% of males in the force indicated some level of depression, while 72% of females indicated same. This means that the women in the force are twice likely to be depressed than their male counterparts.
Bless up my people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new video. And in this one, my people, we've seen a researcher who goes by the name of Paul Bourne did a study on depression as it pertains to the JCF, and my people, the findings are shocking. More than half, especially the women, are very depressed. And my people, it doesn't look good, but I'm going to hear what he said, my people, as it pertains to that high number of especially female cops who are heavily depressed. And we know that stress and depression, mental health issues are real. And so one shouldn't take this topic or this matter lightly. We know that the officers are working with weapon that can cause, grievous bodily harm, as well as, lethal forces such as death, my people. And a whole heap of incidents now we're seeing circulate all over the place where civilians against police officers, and it don't look good. At one point, me I said them need refresher course. The whole training needs to be revamped, because the way how we see civilians are dealing with some of these police officers and how some of these police officers are dealing with civilians, my people, it does not look good. But I'm going to hear what the findings of this survey is about. As well as further on in this video, I'm going to see the opposition leader and Prime Minister giving out their independence speech. So, happy independence to all Jamaicans. In my eyes, I'm not say the great level of independence, but Jamaica is celebrating 62 years since 1962, my people. But nevertheless, happy independence to each and every Jamaicans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 20k. Make it happen, my people, before the summertime ends. 20k for the ABR family.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF's mission to serve and protect may be in jeopardy after a study conducted by researchers including Dr. Paul Bourne revealed that majority of the force suffers from depression. 32% of males in the force indicated some level of depression, while 72% of females indicated same. This means that the women in the force are twice likely to be depressed than their male counterparts. Dr. Bourne says this data could explain why some officers react to matters the way they do.
This means a whole lot. But what we can impute from that is based on the behavior of some police officers that we are seeing out there on the street with the public. Now we can sort of understand why a number of the officers are behaving as they are.
Dr. Bourne, who works alongside JCF members, has observed that their duties are far beyond that of the average Jamaican.
About 12% of officers in Jamaica, police officers that is, are at a moderately to a high level of depression. And 6% of them are what is called clinically depressed individuals, which means they are the ones who should be on medication and getting treatment from their doctors.
But this has left the researchers concerned, as the police have access to dangerous weapons. And if a member of the force is triggered, the impact of this depression could pose a threat, not only to him or her, but anyone nearby.
Police officers arbitrarily having guns in their hand at a stage when they are depressed. So this now means that what we should be doing now is assessing all the officers, particularly now, within the context of what our findings are saying. And if it is that we find out that officers are depressed, particularly clinically depressed, these officers should be taken off frontline duty and taken off frontline duty now.
The JCF has approximately 12,000 members. Of that number, a little over 1,000 members form the research sample. Dr. Bourne is adamant assessment must begin now.
My fellow Jamaicans, on August 6, 1962, Jamaica made a bold step. As the Union Jack was lowered and replaced by the black, green and gold, we entered a new chapter in history with the dawn of our new nation. However, it did not start in 1962. The seeds of our independence were sown much earlier, in the 1900s, when workers began organizing themselves to advocate for better pay and working conditions. Out of that labor movement came the emergence of political parties and leaders to lead us forward from our colonial past. In 1932, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey advocated for self-governance and what he called the New Jamaican, expressing ideas about a Jamaican identity that transcended the shackles of colonialism. The labor uprising of 1938 provided the impetus for fundamental change, with the Right Excellent Alexander Bustamante and the Right Excellent Norman Washington Manley emerging as the workers' champions. N.W. Manley spearheaded the struggle for universal adult suffrage, meaning the right to vote for a government of the people's choice. He negotiated for Jamaica's political independence, and he led the development of our independence constitution, all culminating in Jamaica taking up the mantle of full statehood on August 6, 1962. However, our journey to independence remains incomplete. Our head of state is the King of England, and our final court is the UK Privy Council, a colonial institution in England that makes its orders in the name of the King of England and is fundamentally inaccessible to ordinary Jamaicans. It is time to reaffirm our national identity and assert the confidence to shape our own destiny. Time come to sever ties with the British monarchy and become a fully sovereign nation once and for all, with the executive and judicial branches of our state being institutions of our own creation in keeping with our vision of the future as a proud and independent people. Last month, our nation was rocked by the awesome power of Hurricane Beryl. Many parts of Jamaica were severely affected. Communities have been disrupted. People have lost their homes. Schools and vital infrastructure were damaged, and sadly, some people lost their lives. Our spirit was challenged and our resilience has been severely tested. Yet, in the face of this adversity, we have stood together as the entire nation rose up in aid of our brothers and sisters who are affected by this calamity. Climate change is an emerging reality that we cannot ignore. Hurricane Beryl has shown us that we must prioritize building more resilient and sustainable infrastructure, homes, institutions, and communities. We must take proactive steps and make sure that the required investments are in place for a sustainable future for generations of Jamaicans to come. We have an opportunity now to build back better, not just restoring what was lost in the hurricane, but creating communities that are stronger, more resilient, and more sustainable. This will require collaboration across all sectors of society, government, the private sector, and civil institutions, and of course, support from the international community. Together, we can transform this natural disaster into a catalyst for positive change and a better future. Our strength lies in our unity, and our ability to overcome hardships only makes us stronger. Let us continue to support each other in rebuilding and restoring our beautiful island home. Jamaica's legacy is so rich with extraordinary accomplishments. From the realms of music, sports, cuisine, and beyond, Jamaicans have made an indelible mark on the world stage, and our athletes continue to shine, breaking records and bringing glory to our nation. The Olympic Games in Paris offers another opportunity for our sportsmen and women to demonstrate their prowess and their determination. We are cheering them on, knowing that they express the hopes and dreams of our entire nation. Our musicians have spread the message of one love to the world, fostering a spirit of togetherness and peace across all nations. Jamaican creativity knows no bounds, influencing global trends and enriching the world's cultural tapestry. The theme for this year's celebrations, Jamaica 62, One Love to the World, reminds us of our unique cultural heritage and our collective duty to each other and to the global community. It's a theme that speaks to the essence of the nation we're trying to build, a beacon of love, strength, and unity. As we reflect on the past 62 years, let us remember the significant moments that have shaped our nation. Let us honor our past. Let us cherish our present and look forward to a future that is filled with promise and potential. A renewed commitment to a shared future for Jamaica. We are a nation of unlimited creativity. With little, but with talawa. We continue to shine brightly, sharing our love, our culture, our achievements with the world. Let us honor our legacy of those who came before us by striving to create a Jamaica that reflects the best of who we are. Today is a day of joy, a day to celebrate our heritage, our culture, and our historic achievements, based on the sacrifice and courage of our forefathers. As we dance to the rhythms of our internationally acclaimed music, and as we savor the flavors of our unique and exquisite cuisine, let us conduct the celebrations in harmony, respect for others, and peace.
Gather together, my brothers and sisters, we're independent. You caught me off guard. Today, I have the honor of wishing my fellow Jamaican brothers and sisters a very happy 62nd Independence Day. This year, the Olympics coincide with our celebrations. So, on behalf of all Jamaicans, I take this opportunity to recognize the Jamaican Olympic team and honor our athletes who have been making us proud on the world stage, even before we were an independent nation. I know our athletes continue the great tradition of giving of their best in competition, making us all proud of their accomplishments draped in our flag.